Okay, quick Monday morning radar update. Thought I would just run the volume leaders and a quick look through the markets before it gets too warm. So, strong open. Small caps have stepped up, haven't they? And, they're looking better in the US as well. Let's just go through these markets. Obviously, the DAX has just popped here as well. Bit of rotation out of the FTSE 100 stocks. 250s above the range as well. That's what we want to see. 2 weeks ago it was AI this, AI that. 1 week ago it was there's no leadership, or and basically, reverse that a month or two. The AI stocks broke out so long ago. It's beyond a joke, really. To think that people are just seeing them now, and the markets started rotating as well, didn't they? And that's how it should happen. We've been banging the drum on it. Would like to see that this the transports click its heels and not look back, get back up near these higher levels. Industrials just basing out, going sideways. S&P 500 stepped up, broken out. It's just bumped its head on 52-week highs. We'd like it to trade through 52-week highs, wouldn't we? And Nasdaq 100 obviously through 52-week highs as well. Russell, yeah, we're looking at this as a bigger base. Obviously, 52-week highs is up here by around this time here in a month or so. There will be no supply of note on my time frame. I'll just jump to the Nasdaq before I go through Europe, UK composite. This is a composite. Yeah, it's through 52-week highs. That's positive, isn't it? DAX, just a little micro pop today. DAX has been through this. Just zoom this out. This is all-time highs in the DAX where it bumped a few weeks ago, and natural place for it to just get a reversion back to mean. It got that reversion back to mean, and I would sort of go with closing above here would be happy days, but even if it backed and filled, we'd be happy with that as well, wouldn't we? One market does not make a trend. It's about all markets moving as one. We tend to follow the US. Sometimes we dislocate, but not for that long. FTSE 100 just low high, high low. 250, right side of a bigger base there. Small caps, right side of a bigger base there. Nice to see it trading above those previous little range high here. See if you can close above there and then get some interest into small caps tomorrow, maybe. Extremely hot day. Not that many people at the screens, but stocks are still emerging and trading okay. So I'm just going to jump into the volume leaders and see what's in here this morning. It was pretty thin when I looked before. I looked multiple times in the morning. 18% to be trading on average volume. Try that again. 18% to be trading on average volume. I'll just double check that because we've got lots on volume now. An awful lot on volume, actually. We've got a volume day on a Monday morning. Amazing. Whether it fizzles out towards lunch, the lunch session, the zombie session, time will tell. But we've got a lot of investment trusts. I'll just fly through those and then we'll just have a quick look what's, if anything, news hitting our radar. Obviously, I'm looking for potential growth stocks myself, also swing trades. This SRT Marine, it broke out, didn't it? It's loss makers, a lose less scenario, and it's going to be a story in turnover, and I presume that story in turnover could be an acquisition, but I haven't looked. Sometimes they are. it's broken out of this big range, and my view is, it's traded like this. It doesn't fit the trend methodology for me, but it might change its trading characteristics over here. It might tighten up and then start trading like an in-play stock rather than just wide and loose, and that is the definition of wide and loose, isn't it? I mean, look at that. It's just all over the show. 65% base depth, more than that maybe. CRCL, another loss maker, I think. I'll forward on that one. TGR, it's rear view mirror for us already. Say rear view mirror, it's out of that 5% sort of threshold. And I always say you chase your die, but hopefully this one, it looks good, doesn't it? Moving on. CTG. I'll move on from this one. It's a steady growth stock. A little bit review on this one as well. The game is breakouts and pullbacks. Breakout, pullback, breakout, pullback. I don't make decisions sort of mid move. So we've already covered that one. Moving on. And I'll just say on that one, it's a return to growth as well. Check the debt multiples on it as well. This one here as well, just it's so far out of our buy entry, and anyone at my site will already have this running. Just got asked about this one this morning, so I'll just cover it here. Anyone, breakout, pullback, breakout, high, pullback, high, pullback, high. So my style would be a full position would already be in around here on that one. And I know many of you are riding it. Happy days. I see the little base on that. It's loaded with overhead supply. It's another loss making POS. Just buzz through these. I've got no forward on this one. I don't know what this one is, whether it's Marron one or whatever. Yes, it doesn't look great. I do see that illiquid sort of action on the base, but I like to see order. Not bothered about how liquid they are. I like illiquid actually, but I do like to see order. MRK tick back up in the numbers on this one, like a lower high in a way. Tick up in the turnover, will be decelerating. I kind of see it. They don't trade great, do they, these this sector? Lose less scenario on that one. Iron Mart. It's kind of ticking up again. This one is earnings is a high, but a little bit of acceleration. No, ticking back up in the pre-tax as well, and ticking back up across the board. Actually, looking at that. If you're into IMR, I haven't traded this one in quite some time. The last time was over here, I think, and the time before that would have been back in 2000 and could have been 11, 12. Would have been after the rout of 2011. So I think I've only traded it twice. Traded it here somewhere. Kind of one of those ones where it's a little bit boring. Money Supermarket hit the swing screens, didn't it? Again, we saw it on this day here. Still in the area, but it's trying to move up today. It is a GTRS leader in my sort of large cap screener, so hopefully it's got its trend on. GHH, have a look at the debt multiples on this one. Yeah, it's I see the base, but And as we mentioned last week, it hasn't really got that much supply all the way up to here, but it's a return to growth, acceleration in the turnover, just because two flat numbers prior. ADF moving on, kind of basing out, I suppose. If I saw it pressing against 52-week highs in a nice base there, I would be a little bit more interested. Gaming realms, we've kind of drawn a base on this one, just because this base was a little bit loose, and you know, we've got like lower higher, lower higher, lower high, higher low, higher low, higher low. So we've got this kind of tightening big. Get those diagonals off the screen. So we drew a baseline here. We gave it the benefit of the doubt. To be honest, you know, this is the low, so that is the actual high of the. And you'll notice it's mutated into a potential bigger base, and I will be watching this. I know some of you have already cheated this one, so it's it does pass the growth screen, kind of thin numbers, but well, not too thin at all actually. Where's the prelims on this one? This is what it's trading towards, you see. That's the interim. So yeah, it's got lots of time ahead of it. So there you go. Nice to have a lot of time ahead. Moving on. This is expected to post pre-tax profit. Was moving on. Loss making and a few I haven't got any details. So that's what's happening today. For there's quite a lot in there, isn't there, for a sunny summer's morning, and yeah, that's good to see. Okay.